And you know what? When he came out and started talking about Shinsuke Nakamura, he doesn't say anything special. I'm with you on that. You know how
Uh-huh.
we compared him to The Rock as far as just how his demeanor and how he actually and mannerisms and how he actually talks. He doesn't say anything special like The Rock. Like he doesn't say anything like, "Oh, damn." He just says the same old generic stuff like he was talking about, and it's just like, and it does get old after a while, and it's like, okay, LA Knight,
Quickly.
yeah, and it's just so I did notice that part too, and it's like, okay,
Like dumber
so
than a box of rocks. Just like very cliche expressions of stuff.
right,
The Rock, he would say something like you'd be expecting him to say one thing, he would just say something completely just off the wall,
right,
and he'll talk about your handicapped grandmother or something like just something crazy that
yeah,
stuck with you. It was memorable. But
right,
LA Knight does not have any of those memorable moments when it comes to his promos. Like we understand he has charisma. What is he doing with it?
right.
And that's where he's where there's a wide gap between him and some of the greats that we talk about, like the Stone Colds and the Rocks that he reminds us so much of.
Yeah, and I do. That's the biggest thing he needs to work on. I feel too. Just saying more on the mic when he's actually like throwing insults and everything like that. Because he has the charisma, he has like the demeanor, he has the mannerisms and everything. But like you say, I was noticing him talking. I was just like, he's not saying anything right now. He's just saying the whole scenario. I'll beat you down like a boxer relationship. Okay, it's just old man. But
He's like
yeah.
little baby.
What do you mean?
How, well, maybe not now, but how he was putting up music, but it was always the same thing and nothing like really was sticking.
Oh,
Like
I
at
never.
least to me, like it was just there.
Oh,
He was
okay.
just flooding the market, and I would even up you one. LA Knight has something a lot of the wrestlers on the roster don't get that are in his position.
What?
Mic time.
True.
People who like I know we call it smack talk, and there is a lot of talking, but there's a lot of wrestlers who could benefit from having the time that LA Knight does in order to further storylines or at least get them over. Like
Mm.
the Street Profits, they got backstage segments that are what maybe a minute or so. LA Knight consistently gets more time than that, and he's put in a more prominent role. So I mean, it's like with what he's being afforded, I think that he should definitely be getting more mileage from that time. Absolutely. This is I mean, Apollo Crews. He has he's Apollo Crews, but I mean, just look at the differences between them, and a lot of it is skill based. Apollo has never been like a great talker. He did have that foray when he was a mid card champion with his Nigerian gimmick, and we thought it was going to go somewhere. Ultimately, it didn't because they dropped the ball with it, and I thought it was pretty entertaining at that point. But yeah, he has opportunities, skills, gifts that other people aren't afforded, and they're not doing much with it. But apparently, he's still pretty over. Do you think he still has the amount of momentum and crowd support that he had when he was champion?
Uh, Um, crowd support. Yeah, I do.
Do you think it's gonna last?
Do I think it's gonna last? If he's still on the same trajectory, I mean, I don't see many people. I don't see many people saying they're getting bored with LA Knight. But me personally, I am getting bored with LA Knight. So it depends. I mean, people still like his music. They still like the yeah. So I can't really say. Like it really depends. I know that I can speak for myself, and I know I am kind of getting bored with him, just because I think just thinks he needs to say a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as people, it just depends because he still gets that pop. Like he still definitely gets a lot of applause when his music hits. So
I don't get it.